Good morning and welcome to Skateboarding Mastery. Okay, so today we're going to talk about pumps. We're in this little mini ramp right here and I'm going to explain how this whole thing is going to work. So right here in the very middle we have the flat bottom, which starts from here till here. Maybe, hopefully you can see there's actually like small cracks which have formed lines. So one line is the start, one line is the end of the flat bottom, and then transition till the coping. And of course on the other side, same thing, transition to the pull coping. So technically on paper this whole pumping thing is simple, but obviously it's not. But that's why I'm here. I'm going to explain everything to you guys. We're going to start from the flat bottom and we're going to give it one push and then we're going to work our way through. So one push, and that is all the speed you need to really get the pump going. So I'm going to explain what's happening now. I'm going to refer to, I'm goofy, but this works for goofies, regulars, whatever. Front foot, back foot, so we're on the same page. When you're going forward, your front foot, when you're at the apex, when you're at the peak of the transition, your front foot is going to push you down a little bit. You're going to push yourself into the board, and that's how you're going to get speed when you're going fakie. And the same thing applies when you're going fakie back to forward. But now your back foot is going to apply the pressure, and that's how you get the speed moving forward. Does that make sense? You can technically think of this as a swing. So going up, push down, going up, push down, going up, push down. You have to start small, you don't have to go big, and really when you get the feel of it, you can control how much speed you get, and one extra pump, one extra push can get you to that rock fakie, rock and roll, whatever. Okay, so we got the transition part. When you're going forward and you're going fakie, your front foot pushes you in going fakie and your back foot pushes you from fakie going forward. What's happening in the flat bottom? Really, nothing much. The speed that you get is from the pushes that you do with your front and back foot. So I would say the flat bottom, when you're just trying to pump and going up the transition, not even hitting the coping, you're not typically doing anything in the flat bottom. You just ride it out. Again, front foot pushes, back foot pushes, and you continue on with this pumping motion. And you can go infinitely like this. Now, you start using the flat bottom if you need extra speed, extra height, if you want to reach some stalls or grinds that require the coping. For example, I'm going to do a rock and roll on this side. I'm going to push, and when I'm going to be right at the end of the flat bottom, I'm going to squat down and I'm going to lift my whole body upwards. And it's going to give me momentum, not speed, but momentum to go up. It's almost like a small jump, technically, I guess, but it's more like you become light-footed and you bring your whole body up. So this is how it looks in practice. So again, one push here, front foot, now back foot pushes, and you see how I extended my arms? I'm going to do another one. Back foot pushes in. Another problem new skaters face is that when they're going fakie or when they're going forward, they tend to lean over the board. So what I mean by that is this. So I'm going forward and I reach the top and then I fall forward. So to avoid that, of course, what we do, we stay over the bolts the whole time. Pump doesn't change. The front foot, back foot still pumps you in and you can get that pump. But your upper body, your shoulders, your head, you don't go over the nose or the tail of the board. you stay over the bolts the whole time. There's another thing I haven't talked about, and that's trucks and how they affect pumping. I've seen a ton of beginners have this problem when they're going up transition and they go a little bit sideways, and then they have to fall off because the board is not turning with them. It just gets stuck in this one position, this awkward position, and then you have to like walk off. Or it's the opposite, where the board is so loose that it's shaking constantly, and you're going up and your weight is all over the place and the board just keeps wiggling under your feet, and you cannot get that perfect balance. You need to like go back fakie. So you're just again going up, and then you're like falling off or running off when you're at the top of the transition. So for new skaters, play with your trucks a little bit. If you have the feeling that the board is going one direction and you cannot turn, I would recommend loosen them. And the opposite goes, if they're too loose and you feel like you cannot stand on the board properly, it's like wiggling, wobbling, turn them tighter. Also, by the way, bushings matter, but I guess I'm going to talk about that in another video. But even with soft or hard bushings, you can get the desired outcome. So this is a shorter video about pumping, transition, but we're going to get into more tricks, axle stalls, rock fakies, kick turns, all that good stuff right here on the channel. So if you have questions about this specific topic, pumping, the flat bottom, coping, transition, write it in the comments, ask questions, I'll answer all of them. Feel free. All right, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was informative. I'll talk more about kick turns, rock fakies, axle stalls. We're gonna go through all those tricks. So tune in for the next Skateboarding Mastery episode, and I'll see you then. Take care.